Welcome to my Classic Cars Price Quiz. I'll show you 10 legendary cars from different eras, and your task is to guess their price. Don't worry, I will give you a few options before revealing the actual price. Let's see if you can guess them all. Let me introduce you to the crown jewel of the automotive world, the Ferrari 250 GTO. A car so legendary, it's often called the Holy Grail of classic cars. Built between 1962 and 1964, only 36 were ever made, making it as rare as a unicorn, except this unicorn comes with a V12 engine and a top speed of 174 miles per hour. Now, let's talk money, because you can't talk about the 250 GTO without mentioning its jaw-dropping price. How much do you think one of these beauties is worth today? A. $18 million. B. $70 million. C. $50 million. The correct answer is B. $70 million. Yes, someone once paid $70 million for this car at a private auction in 2018. That's more than some people spend on their entire lifetime. But honestly, can you put a price on history, beauty, and pure Italian engineering? I guess someone just did. Now, let's talk about a car so iconic that even people who don't care about cars recognize it instantly. The Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing. Why Gullwing? Just look at those stunning doors. They open upwards, making the car look like it's ready to fly away. Back in 1954, when this beauty first hit the streets, those doors weren't just for show. They were an engineering necessity because of its unique lightweight tubular frame. So, here comes the million-dollar or perhaps multi-million-dollar question. How much is this masterpiece worth today? A. $750,000. B. $1.5 million. C. $6.8 million. And the correct answer is C. $6.8 million. Yes, one of these beauties fetched that price at an auction, and honestly, it's worth every penny. I mean, if you had a car with wings, wouldn't you feel like royalty every time you drove it? The Jaguar E-Type, famously called the most beautiful car ever made by Enzo Ferrari himself. This car was such a head-turner in the 60s that it probably caused more accidents than it prevented. With its sleek, feline curves and a top speed of 150 miles per hour, this car was as fast as it was stunning. Now, let's test your classic car pricing skills. How much do you think one of these beauties goes for today? A. $120,000. B. $300,000. C. $600,000. The correct answer is B. $300,000. That's a hefty price tag, but for a car that's practically a rolling piece of history and art, imagine taking a drive in this British icon on a sunny weekend. Lamborghini Miura P400, 1966. The Miura P400 had a mid-mounted V12 engine, a first for a production car, sitting just behind the driver, making it feel like you were piloting a rocket. With its jaw-dropping design by Marcello Gandini, its seductive curves made everything else on the road look like boxy shoeboxes on wheels. The Miura could hit a top speed of 174 miles per hour, making it the fastest production car of its time. So here's the big question. How much do you think one of these groundbreaking beauties is worth today? $800,000. B. $2 million. C. $4 million. The correct answer is C. $4 million. Yes, $4 million. But can you blame collectors? You're not just buying a car. You're buying the car that made history, the one that rewrote the rules of performance and style. The Porsche 356 Speedster, a car that defined cool before anyone even knew what cool meant. If you were a Hollywood star in the 1950s, this was the car to have. James Dean, he had one. Steve McQueen, naturally. This car didn't just take you places, it announced you had arrived. How much do you think a Porsche 356 Speedster is worth today? A. $400,000. B. $1.2 million. C. $2.5 million. The correct answer is B. $1.2 million. That's right, this lightweight, minimalist sports car now commands 7 figures. Bugatti Type 57 SE Atlantic 1938. Behold the crown jewel of automotive history, the Bugatti Type 57 SE Atlantic. If there were an Oscars for cars, this one would win Best Design, Best Performance, and Lifetime Achievement all in one go. Underneath its exquisite exterior lies a beastly 3.3-liter inline-8 engine, capable of reaching speeds of over 120 miles per hour, a staggering achievement for the 1930s. Only 4 were ever built, and today, only 2 remain in private hands. That level of rarity makes this car the holy grail for collectors. Now, let's talk about money, because you can't mention the Bugatti Atlantic without gasping at its price tag. How much do you think one of these beauties is worth today? Is it A. $70 million, B. $40 million, C. $20 million? Alright, the correct answer is C. $70 million. Yes, $70 million. One of these beauties sold for that jaw-dropping amount in a private transaction. So tell me, if you had $70 million, would you buy one of the most beautiful cars ever made? Or would you settle for a fleet of modern supercars? Brace yourself, because here comes the American bad boy of classic cars, the Shelby Cobra 427. Born out of the wild imagination of Carroll Shelby, the Cobra 427 was a rebel with a cause: to dominate the racetrack. And boy, did it deliver. With its massive 7.0-liter V8 engine roaring under the hood, this beast could hit 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.3 seconds. Back in the 1960s, that kind of speed was unheard of. It was practically science fiction. Now for the million-dollar question, literally. How much do you think one of these iconic machines costs today? Is it A. $1.5 million, B. $5 million, C. $7 million? The correct answer is B. $5 million. Yes, $5 million for one of these beauties at auction. It's a piece of automotive history, a symbol of American ingenuity, and one of the coolest machines ever to hit the road. Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud. From the land of tea, crumpets, and impeccable manners comes the epitome of luxury on wheels, the Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud. Introduced in 1955, the Silver Cloud marked a turning point for Rolls-Royce. It blended the brand's time-honored craftsmanship with a modernized design that was both elegant and understated. Under the hood, you'd find a silky smooth 4.9-liter inline-6 engine, later upgraded to a 6.2-liter V8. Capable of whisking you along with effortless grace. Now let's talk numbers. How much do you think one of these magnificent machines is worth today? A. $100,000, B. $500,000, C. $1 million. The correct answer is A. $100,000. Surprised? While that might sound like a bargain compared to some other classics, remember, this is just the entry price. Fully restored models, or those with famous owners, can fetch much more. Ah, the Aston Martin DB5, a car so iconic. It's practically a movie star. Known as the quintessential James Bond car, the DB5 made its silver screen debut in Goldfinger, 1964. Complete with gadgets that would make you proud. Machine guns, an ejector seat, revolving license plates, this car had it all. Under the hood, the DB5 boasted a 4.0-liter inline-6 engine, producing 282 horsepower. That might not sound like much by today's standards, but back in the 60s, this was serious performance. Speaking of status, let's talk about the numbers. How much do you think one of these beauties costs today? A. $500,000. B. $2 million. C. $3.5 million. It is C. $3.5 million. Yes, the Aston Martin DB5 is one of the most valuable classic cars in the world. And if it's a Bond car, like the one used in Goldfinger, you can add a few more zeros to that price tag. The 1963 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray is the car that redefined American sports cars and sent shockwaves through the automotive world. Known for its radical design and impressive performance, the Stingray was an instant icon. Now, here's where it gets fun. How much do you think a 1963 Corvette Stingray is worth today? Is it A. $150,000, B. $250,000, C. $400,000? The correct answer is B. $250,000. Yes, the 1963 Corvette Stingray is a prized gem among collectors, especially if it's equipped with the split window feature. And if it's one of the ultra-rare fuel-injected models, the price skyrockets even higher. Well, that's it for today's Ultimate Classic Car Quiz. So, how many prices did you guess correctly? Are you a true car enthusiast or just a lucky guesser? Let me know in the comments. See you soon, and drive safe.